Ready to go. All right, bet. So let's do this shit like this, there. All right, so welcome back, y'all. This is Cashews.
It's your boy TK.
It's your girl Diamonds.
And it's your girl Tasty.
And we are
Hip Hop Millennials Podcast.
What's up, y'all?
Hey y'all.
Hey, this is a new week. How y'all doing?
Good.
Y'all gonna tell us about y'all week? Anybody have any
Let's
good
jump
news?
into this. Good news.
Good news, man.
I don't know. I feel like I'm self-improving. I guess that's always good news.
Always.
You know what I'm saying? I got another little raise at work.
Hey,
money.
But you know what I'm saying? I just a little. You know what I'm saying? Trying to appreciate all the positive things that I have and just be positive. And that's what I've been on lately. And I had a pretty good regular week,
Hell yeah.
What about y'all?
Shit.
No, but my week was straight. Like I said, it was other than people playing my money, but other than that, it was pretty straight. So normal week, trying to get this business off the ground per usual. Other than that, it was straight. You know what I'm saying?
And what business is that, sir?
My True Kings clothing line. Y'all know what's up. Go shop with your boy. You know what I'm saying? New merch coming soon as always.
Hell yeah. I finally got a hands-on look at how you do what you do yesterday.
I'll be in the lab whipping up. You know what I'm saying?
Getting the wrist work popping on them tees.
Lining it up.
What about you, Diamond?
My week was good. Y'all know I love Halloween, so I'm just basically getting ready for that. I don't know what I'm gonna be yet though. Does anybody know what they want to be? Are y'all dressing up?
No, I don't know. Only just because I got the little baby. He can't trick or treat, and then the big boy, he like.
Is he scared though, or
no? It's not that, but he can't say trick or treat. He doesn't eat candy that much, and it's gonna be cold outside. You know what I'm saying? Not that I'm against it, but it's just maybe next year when he can actually talk, and I'll let him. But I don't let him eat candy.
Are you
like
gonna
that.
get something to pass out to the kiddies?
Maybe. I just depends.
Or just like leave a little note on the door, like take one.
No, I'm not that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so they can take it all.
I did see some little like I think I seen this thing at this church, and they had like a little thing for like little kids where they can come and do it. You know what I'm saying? So I might do something like that just because Big Boy, he said he finna be out. He was like, yeah, we're gonna do the same thing like last year and just watch scary movies and chill. Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. So
because you have like opposite like spectrums. You got a 16-year-old and you got like a little baby. Like and it's like one of them can't do it, one of them don't want to do it, and it's like, girl, you got.
I'm saved by another year with these high ass costumes.
Yeah,
true.
100. Shit, I'm excited about Halloween too. Shit, we picked up our candy. I like to just be involved. Even if I don't dress up, I want to have some shit to give out. Like
you got the good candy though, don't we? You got the good candy.
We got good shit.
You don't want to be passing out no nuts and notes.
No. We definitely ain't fond of what's that little cherry?
That shit just say candy.
We definitely got the candy popping. Last year we had all the decorations as y'all can see, but we ain't had no fucking candy.
Folks was coming to our house like,
how you decorating it, but you don't have.
They knew we was gonna have some candy.
Right.
That
Good kind,
the good kind. We have shit. As a matter of fact, let's turn this light off.
Right, we need to go home, man.
Stop knocking on my door.
I don't know how the fuck that happened.
Man.
That was
turn
so
into the toothbrush house. Remember them ladies that gave toothbrushes away?
Yeah, a box of cereal.
Motherfuckers be giving away underwear and
Fritos and Cool Ranch chips.
Can't hear because that stuff costs money. I can't get that goddamn.
Yeah, for real.
Unopened.
But overall, I had a good week. I have no issues, no complaints. It was just positivity all the way through. Money was made. You know what I'm saying? This bag heavy. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, preparing for Halloween. That's where we at with it right now. We just gonna go ahead and get into this shit. Y'all jump into these topics. Jeezy the Snowman. You know what I'm saying? Snowfall was released last week.
Shit's fire.
Vintage Jeezy.
For sure.
All day.
Man, that shit sound like 05 Jeezy. He made me want to pull out a large 4X white tee.
And sell drugs.
You know what I'm saying? Man, I thought
you want some Jabot jeans?
Exactly.
Right.
EV Zoos.
Little A-Town hat.
You know what I'm saying? Man, I was very happy with this project. Like, I played it back to back on the way to work, on the way home. Played it when I was running around, just listening to it. And I was like, caught from the first line when he say standing over the stove like the chef at Papa Do's on Windy Hill. I'm like, I was just there last week. You know what I'm saying? But let me go through the songs, man. Did y'all like it?
No skips.
Nah, I fuck with it.
I ain't gonna say no skips, but
I
it was.
I like one or two. I ain't gonna lie.
It wasn't many skips. It wasn't like a classic. Yeah. But it was classic Jeezy to me. I'm gonna just go ahead and get into the track list. Snowfall. We gonna go the intro, of course. My favorite track. I'm definitely gonna go Michael Jackson Jeezy.
Oh yeah.
Like like he killed that, but it was just him and Drama back together.
That's what did it for me. That authentic drama. It's something about when Drama scream on your shit when it's about to come on. Like it's about to be
that
fire.
old Gangsta Grill sound, man.
Exactly.
As a Jeezy fan, there was one point where Jeezy was probably my favorite in the game.
Oh, absolutely.
It was around 05, 06.
But that's when his shit was definitely no skips whatsoever.
And he I saw an interview that he did. He was saying he was happy to be able to get back to his old sound, and it's cool not to have to make that commercial song or trying to make that hit, shoot for that hit.
Yeah.
So he just got to be as good as he wanted to be. Just the fact he can still tap into it, so he ain't never left.
Right, and then when you're an artist, he be making money. You know what I'm saying?
Money.
And people be trying to play him, but he
yeah.
definitely is still outside. You know what I'm saying? So just to show, okay, and I still got this music, just to show you, I ain't lost it, because when you got it, you can't lose it.
I feel like this was redemption for Jeezy.
Yeah, for sure.
After that versus battle where people was basically trying to play him like
you ain't hold him.
Trying to hold him out, and he was like, "Yo, I'm still me.
I'm still that guy.
Don't forget, I don't fuck around either. Just because I ain't up here acting stupid on the stage don't mean I won't be who I am."
I said, but it's a crazy story. I remember this was back in, I can't remember the year, but I remember when he was first blowing up. My mom used to work at Dave & Buster's. I put this on my right hand. She had got an autograph for him on a napkin, and it said, "Let's get it from Jeezy." I can't remember the year.
I remember that.
And this is before he was big. She was like, "You know who Jeezy is?" She was like, I was like, a little bit. She was like, "Well, he said he about to blow up." And I couldn't tell you. Man, if I had that to this day, man, what? Like, I'm a little kid, so you know with shit, but that shit was crazy. Like, that shit was wild.
That's a wild story, man. I like Big Snow, 100, Scarface with
They
ESTG.
really ride with each other. I like that.
Hell yeah, they got a good chemistry.
They do.
Every track I've heard from them.
I can see that'd be a fire mixtape.
Can we get one?
I'm shooting for that. Let's go. Put it out there.
Yeah, Jeezy, ESTG, man, make that shit happen. Overall, I'm happy with the album / mixtape. It sound good, sound crisp, sound clear. I ain't gonna lie, like I was telling you last night, I like raw Jeezy, where it's the vocals is kind of like a little dirty.
And then he don't sound outdated.
He don't sound outdated.
Best part, like, he still can go with the best of him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he perfected his sound. I feel like.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not just trap music. It's like he making good.
It's
music.
like the Jeezy 2.0.
Yeah. There you go,
because it's like it's him. But better.
But better.
You know what I'm saying? You could
tell
he got
why?
Money back
that shit he talking is real.
Yeah.
But you gotta
there's
evolve
no
as an
lies.
artist.
Exactly.
There's no cap in his rap.
And he was getting into some stories, some different topics on the album, where one of his cousins snitched on him. Like his auntie was stealing from him.
Let me tell you a little bit about my life.
Exactly. And I never heard him get personal like that in that way. Yeah. Usually it's just cook up these squares. You know what I'm saying? But
bricks.
Exactly. I like to see that side of him too. I love growth in artists.
Yeah.
Especially this is one of it came out when we was in school.
Man,
so
this is literally that's real shit.
Exactly. But out of 1 to 10, I will give this a high 8.
For sure.
Because I can't say it was perfect. It was a song on there, maybe 1 or 2 that I didn't like. I didn't really care for the song Bruh. I don't know what it is about that song that was throwing me off, but it's growing on me, but that's the one I would skip right now. Overall, I'll give it a high 8. I will keep listening to it. It's going to be in rotation.
Hell yeah.
About as long as albums are in rotation now. Look, the next 2 weeks you listen to it.
Somebody totally different, right? Somebody always does.
Exactly, and then it's something new. But let's keep this music shit going. NIKKI, after all that fussing, she finally got nominated for these Grammys, y'all.
5 of them.
So you going to cry and get them?
You already know that shit was going to happen.
At the end of the day,
that's the name of the game.
Not really.
Not like that.
I mean, I feel like
for some,
she is deserving of the Grammys. You know what I'm saying? But also, you didn't win them at them times, so you were making hit after hit after hit. So it's just like I feel like she definitely is a pop artist now. They moved her to pop, but now I think because she sees Big Lotto, she threatened and she want to be now like I'm a rap artist. And
remember me.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? More so, and you know what I'm saying? But I don't feel like she's undeserving of the Grammys if she does win, because she's a good artist. But
I think she deserves at least one of them.
Just
how it came about, but I feel like
ironic how it came about.
I just feel like it's more so like we just give it to you because
Ben
should have got one, versus based off of the music that's happening now.
I wouldn't like that.
Yeah,
give me a song that y'all think she should have definitely won a Grammy for.
Super Bass, Moment for Life.
Yeah, I like Super Bass.
Goddamn.
See right through me.
When she used to be the.
That gay shit. Yeah, that one.
The Dungeons Dragon.
Really
that she should have got a Grammy for that album, Pink Friday, for real. For that whole album.
Does anybody know what she was up against in 2010?
No.
Probably Lil Wayne. Drake was hot then. You know what I'm saying? It was so many people.
You ain't beat those.
You know what I'm saying? And not that they weren't hot. It was just it was a different time. Where now men don't have no choice but to compete against women because it's so many out there putting out women music that's just as good as theirs versus only one or two. Right. And not that they weren't out back there, they just wasn't getting as much light to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's a fact.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot of
And so what are these songs that she nominated for?
I know the Super Freaky Girl.
Super Freaky Girl. And honestly, I don't feel like that's deserving. And I think it was one of the ones with Lil Baby. That,
But do you think Lil Baby, is it because Lil Baby on the song?
I just feel like they're trying to give it to her.
I feel like they gave it to her because she whined and she did all that stuff, and now they're like, okay, let me just throw her in 5 categories.
I don't even want it like that.
But look, have y'all ever noticed, like when it comes to black artists, black actors, they drop millions of golden albums, and then they finally get it after the work has been put in. So you're really getting it. You're getting your accolade based off of the work you put in.
That's what I was saying.
The actual.
That's what I was saying.
Like think about Will Smith. How many times he should have got it, and he got it for the tennis movie, which was not even one of his strongest roles. You see what I'm saying? They did it with Denzel. They did it with Halle.
I guess you did enough.
You gotta earn it.
Yeah.
So we get our awards. It seems off of longevity more than the performance,
because they got to see if you're gonna last. That's why I'm like.
So Nikki, I can almost guarantee she's gonna win this time.
At least one of them.
She's gonna get something this time, and then it's gonna turn her head. Because
if she don't,
that's crazy.
The internet is she about to flip that bitch upside.
Oh yeah, she gonna break the internet.
I think her nomination was definitely because she was crying and.
Oh, absolutely. Because I'm not gonna, bro. Super Freaky Girl is not
one of her. That's what I said to her connections and stuff. She probably called in and tried to. I don't know.
But she probably called Lil Wayne like, "Look, bro, I need your help.
Make it happen."
You know what I'm saying?
But in turn, Lotto has to take a L.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe.
We gonna see.
She might.
The internet is popping.
But think about what we was talking about last week. How motherfuckers been winning and winning and winning. You watching everybody win, but you. 21 Savage came in. All these new artists, Meg. Like it do gotta feel a little crazy. Sure. That's why I feel like,
especially when you're deserving, like the work that she's put out, she is deserving. It's not like she's not deserving of the awards. But in my opinion.
And now when you think about it, on the quiet year when there wasn't really a lot of good shit come out, here come Nikki to get hers.
Yeah. But it's like you said, it's like after putting all the work in, then you get the.
It's chestnut checkers. They all playing the game, man. For real.
And that's a fact.
As long as you got crazy.
Look, can we go ahead and congratulate her now?
You stupid, not congratulate her, right? Because she been shutting the internet down, and then she don't.
Somebody better say congratulations to her.
That's a fact. Well, Nikki, congratulations on your Grammy you're about to win.
We know you're gonna win one.
We know you're gonna win one. This is for the team. Speaking of people acting crazy on the internet, Kanye West.
This motherfucker is acting a fool on these interviews.
He fucking up
everyone.
Man. You know how endorsements are bouncing left and right.
But he already so rich at this point. He don't even care about the money. He just wants to get off his chest. You know what I'm saying? How he feel, and he don't care about the money.
I mean, how can you be hurt with $7 billion?
Right. Well, no.
But I mean, that's not always necessarily saying you got $7 billion
in the bank. It's in assets. So the new lawsuit. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, Roxy Washington. She filed a lawsuit. That's George Floyd's daughter's mother, and she's over the little girl's estate and everything. So they seeking $250 million in damages for harassment, misappropriation, defamation, and inflation of emotional distress. Basically, he been talking shit during the interviews and stuff. And then they also issued a cease and desist to Kanye, so he can't say anything pertaining to his death. And the lawyers are saying that Kanye West, he's knowingly saying these false statements about it, but he's still saying it because he think that is bringing up like record sales, t-shirt sales, because it's making him more relevant. He think he's gonna drop some music, and he think that's really what it's about. So that's the lawsuit. $250 million.
But we didn't see the video.
Well, we saw. No,
We saw the
he had a
video,
little
man.
interview, and he was saying that George Floyd. He was basically insinuating
that
that
he
died
got
off of fentanyl.
He was like,
but you can't say that because the coroner reports proved that it was because of suffocation, and because that's already said and done. You see what I'm saying? They done went to jail. So, in that being said, you can't. Regardless of what, it don't matter if it was weed, alcohol. That
Crack.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That it's already been proven why he died. So why are you saying these things?
And why use your
and you deserve to pay. You deserve to pay.
He's going about things.
You deserve to pay.
You
go from having a church to. You know what I'm saying? That's
he all over the place. He does what he feels that day.
He been banned from Twitter and IG already, and now he's looking to buy Portal, which only has 40,000 active users. It's the same thing that Donald Trump be using. Like
Donald Trump has the Truth social, and Portal is owned by Candace Owens' husband.
And he's trying to buy that, and it only has like 40,000 people. But he's just trying to get a voice out there.
I feel like Candace Owens is a lot of his talking points. I feel like a lot of shit he says, he gets it from other people. He sound like a 5%er sometimes. He sound like a white supremacist sometimes.
And he always tries to back it up like, no, I'm really Black Power. I'm just using this. Nigga.
You gotta pick a side, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
He's trying to be for everybody and himself at once.
But he's not helping himself though. Even though he may have a new album out, yes, I get that. But he's fucking up his shit because didn't he get canceled from LeBron James show too? Like they didn't even want him on the show.
But Balenciaga pulled out, Adidas
and the fact that Nori
out,
even did it. Nori went on there and apologized, talking about, yo, I didn't know he was even going to do all this stuff. Yo, that was irresponsible on my part.
Like, I felt that was kind of weak on Nori's statement. I don't know. Why does Nori have to apologize for simply having him on?
Because he's worried about his pod. Like,
but look, Piers Morgan, all these different white networks and shows are having Kanye speak. We keep seeing him speak, but they're not apologizing.
You know why? Because they care about the black folk.
Yeah,
exactly.
But you know what? Whack 100 made a good point. He was like, if Nori was so remorse, why would you let that show air? It's not like it's live.
Because he thought the ratings.
It's pre-recorded.
He was excited about those numbers.
He was excited about the numbers,
that's where
and then he got the backlash.
Because if you knew it was that bad, you're like, I'm not even showing this shit. You know what I'm
If he said that he rolled in with a film crew, Kanye rolled in and said, if you don't let my film crew film, I'm gonna walk out.
Yeah.
Well, they could film. This shit still ain't coming out. You're gonna get a different angle.
Yeah, like I'm gonna walk out. So
then I'm gonna sue you for filming my shit.
Yeah.
What do y'all think about him saying slavery was a choice?
Yes,
all of these different black comments, but nothing happens to him when he speaks on shit like that. Yeah. When he says that type of shit, his life goes on, his money goes up. But when he says one thing that could be perceived or twisted into some anti-Semitic bullshit, all of a sudden he's canceled and all his endorsements are out the door. But all his black, he's made a million black statements.
Yes. Yeah.
Just the George Floyd shit alone should have got his ass canceled, but that ain't do shit.
It's working now.
It's when he says DEFCON 3.
He's going against the wrong people this time. Like,
so do Black Lives Matter, or is it still white lives like you said last week?
And he's dragging everybody down, so don't nobody want him on their platform because they feel like they're gonna be canceled too.
He's alienating himself.
Yeah, he is.
One day that he said something about only having like 172 million in the bank at that moment. I was like, bruh, keep on fucking around, and you're gonna be out here trying to sell some T-shirts and shit on the side of the road. Because what really holds him up is the perception of his artistry. Yeah. People respect his artistry, so everything he does looks cool. But Kanye ain't look cool in a minute. No, he looked crazy. Like the way he wears
since
beard.
His mom passed away, bro. He
lost his fucking mind.
And all he talks about is Candace Owens and the Kardashians, and that's all he keeps bringing up.
Every interview comes back to Kim, and clothes.
And it's like, why keep talking about these people?
They don't give a fuck.
Yeah, leave them alone. They over it.
You thought she was gonna have 3, 4, 5 relationships, nigga, by this time.
Because he loved her. That was his wife.
What about Charlemagne?
You know what I mean? Big yourself up. Stop
that nigga bought the house next door, bro. Sir, what is wrong with you?
What
is wrong with you?
He said they tried to play me out. I bought the house because my dad wasn't around and I can afford to do it. I want to be near my kids.
And what's wrong with that though?
I don't feel like nothing's wrong with it.
Yes, it is.
It ain't like they live this close.
Yes, it is.
It ain't like they live this close. Them houses.
If that was any other person, they'd be like, bro, this nigga's crazy. He following, he's stalking her just because it's Kanye West. It makes it okay.
But I don't think that it makes it okay. But I feel like
let me tell you.
I feel like she do be keeping them kids from him, and
Fair
that's
enough.
a different story. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that maybe if she was because who's gonna really act like that if you're willing and being like, you can have, you know what I'm saying?
Kanye
But
West.
I feel maybe, you know, this is just personal. You know what I'm
I
saying?
feel like
But
most of his problems be in his head.
Like,
Real
you know,
shit.
she be tripping, and she don't, you know, probably don't be letting the kids see him. And so, you don't want to let me see him, but don't worry about it. Now I can see him and you all the time.
Every day when I'm on my
lawn, I fucking know.
He had mentioned that on Drink
neighbor.
Champs.
Right.
He said that he was doing a show and he felt like Kim was messing with it, trying to mess up his show because his kids were supposed to fly out to see him.
Oh yeah, she
and
didn't want to
North
be there,
wasn't there, but he didn't know North wasn't on the plane until right before his show.
And he knew that would fuck up his performance.
Yeah, and I'm like, why
She
would you
knew.
do that? Yeah, like
I
you
just,
see
but this is all his word, y'all.
Yeah, I know.
Like we never hear from the other people that he talk about until
they don't
they don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
like
that's
Kanye, sometimes
I'm gonna live my family, Kanye, and you're just.
I don't honestly believe
that.
that Kim Kardashian, just seeing her personality from what we've seen, she don't seem like it's a lot going on in her brain.
No,
She
not
just
at all.
kind of goes with
with
the
the
flow,
flow.
rich shit. I don't think she's giving that man that much pushback, honestly. I think Kanye creates enemies in his mind because every battle he goes in, when the other person comes out and talks, it'd be like completely opposite.
Yeah.
Like, bruh, what the fuck are
I
you
didn't
talking
say
about?
none of that shit.
Like, I remember the Big Sean issue, and we don't have to go all the way into that, but he had an issue with Big Sean. Big Sean's issue was, nigga, you're not paying me.
That's it.
simple.
But you're saying all this other shit.
Right.
And with Kim, it's like, Kim this. And then he's releasing all this information. Drake
Yes.
fucked her mama. Like, this dude messy.
Talking
She
too much.
has diarrhea.
Talking
Like,
too
bro,
much.
what's going
Bro,
in,
the internet
bro?
loves Kanye. This is why they keep putting him on all these different platforms because he gonna boost them ratings.
Yeah.
And
Man,
that's
this
why
dude is
Nori was like, I'm gonna
controversy.
do it. Like, let me just
Yeah.
get him on here. But then he kind of didn't know he was gonna go that far. But by then he said he was too drunk because it's called Drink Champs. He said he couldn't really.
That was
reel
his
him in the way he
excuse.
wanted
But
to.
nigga,
That
it's
was
not
his
an excuse because
It's
again, you
not
let it
live,
out,
right?
right?
It's
You know what I'm
not
saying?
live.
It's not so.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
You
still
made that
released
conscious
it.
choice. You could have
Yeah.
even edited that part out.
coulda
You know
edited
what I'm
that part
saying?
out.
You just.
He said he don't
wanted
edit. They don't edit Drink Champs, and that's a problem.
You're right.
Well,
Like you think
Well,
just
he gonna
let-
start now. I bet,
Yeah, I
What
bet
you
he
think
will.
he gonna
Yeah.
start
Yeah, you
now?
learned a valuable lesson today.
Yeah.
maybe that make
he
it more
saw his
authentic.
bread and butter slipping away from him, so he
Because
hurried up and tried to
He's
jump
coming
in front
off
of
a
that.
hip hop award, right? From
Yeah.
Drink Champs, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden you pull out this interview, and now everybody looking at you like, why the fuck would you have
Right.
this nigga on?
Because he
Like,
on Love and Hip Hop Miami, I think that's
Yeah.
the way. And they're not paying that much. You know what I'm saying?
I feel
So
like when you
he-
get to the Love and Hip Hop, you're going down, bro. That's like
I think
that's like
Dancing with
halfway
the
out the
Stars.
door.
It's like
bro.
the graveyard.
Type shit.
Yeah,
I feel
like
like Love and
Dancing with
Hip
the
Hop
Stars.
is more. They pay you in viewership. Like it gets
Gets people to
it gets
come
people to
to
see
notice
you.
you,
It's
yeah.
your.
Yeah.
You
It's
get
not
the
about the money.
notoriety. It's not
First
about the
it's the
money. You're
dollar.
just getting the eyes.
Right.
You know,
Yeah. To be
eyes are
relevant.
on you. Exactly.
Because Mona said
They pay you in
Stay
relevancy.
relevant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I heard about them numbers. Some of them numbers is wow.
You only make
Because
a
it's
$1,000,
$10,000,
$2,000. Yeah, depending on if you even speaking. You know, some of the girls
You know
who just
why?
be there, they
Yeah,
gotta
because
stop
you
talking.
need-
because you need us. Okay, we don't need you.
Yeah,
Because
I send
he's always
prayers
in
out to
some
him,
shit.
man. For real, I hope
Do
he.
y'all think he manic?
I think
Yes.
that he's going
I
through a
think-
lot of
yeah,
things.
I think he's
I
mentally
don't think
breaking
he. I can't say he crazy. I don't know because a lot of shit he do be saying makes sense too. So I just feel like he
yeah.
going through some shit, and
Yeah.
I just feel like whatever it is, I pray that he
He
can
get through
deal
it.
with it.
It's just
and
hard
he
to
get
go
better.
through some shit when you got cameras shoved in your face 24/7.
But
You
that's
know.
the only thing that it kind of get me about this. Everything he says makes sense.
You see what I'm
He
saying?
never
So
just
he's not
talking
crazy.
gibberish.
Like
Yeah.
he's not crazy.
It might
can't
be
be
his
crazy to
his
be a fucking
delivery
billionaire.
You know what
might
I'm
be
saying?
off.
But
There's
it's
no
like-
crazy billionaire in this
Yeah.
world.
It's like he's not crazy.
Yeah,
So
when
it's
you-
just
yeah.
he be saying some wild ass shit, and y'all be like, "Whoa!" But it's like you were thinking.
But he
it.
has the
just
pla-
said it.
and that's
You know
really
I'm
what it
saying?
is.
You're not used to hearing somebody be that raw
And so it
on
just be
these
like, but he's-
platforms.
Because
not,
once he
you
got
know.
that break, he like, I can say what the fuck I want
But
to say.
do I feel he got some type of mental? Yeah, but I just feel like he don't give a fuck, and
Maybe
he
like,
can do what he
maybe
want
like
to
80-20.
do. Right.
80-20?
Yeah, like a little 80-20.
Just
Stop on
imagine
that
like if
level.
Whitney
got
Houston.
that
Well,
billionaire money.
we have seen this happen before. Like when people get on drugs, Whitney,
When they start
back in the
talking
day, they
crazy
start
shit.
talking crazy in interviews.
Yeah, she was.
Like legends. I'm comparing to legends. Like when you see a legends talking crazy,
They say
Prince.
crack.
Yep.
With the
Rick
receipts.
James started talking crazy.
Prince used
All
to
of
talk like this. If
Yeah.
y'all ever look at some old Prince interviews, Prince talk like Kanye's talking now.
hell
There's a
yeah.
couple people that talk this way and they end up dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I am kind of
I
like,
think he just
I'm
so
telling you,
big.
I think money makes a part of you go crazy too. Like,
yeah, because you got too much power.
Yeah.
you have
You
too
don't-
much.
Too much of a
like-
voice. Too
Just
many
think
people
about
see you,
the
what you say.
limitations you put on yourself just because you know you can't do certain things.
Yeah.
So
Right.
you don't even think a certain way.
Yeah.
But if
But when you
all
can
of
do
your
whatever
worries were
you-
gone,
Exactly.
you would just
Your
what would
mind- you go
with
down
that
a rabbit
You
freedom?
say, I think
Yep.
he's creating worries because he has nothing else to worry about.
Exactly.
I'm gonna have
7
problems.
billion. I mean,
You a
nobody
good
is going to
billionaire.
have issues for the next few generations.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
At
You
least
got
3,
to make
4.
them.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I gotta
for
make
real.
problems to stay
But-
relevant. Because he could be behind the scenes businessman, but I don't think he like that. Because he came in the game off of being famous, so it's like people don't want to. That right there is the worst drug is fame. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't want to be irrelevant.
So one more point. His mother, right? People always bring his mother into it, but if you look at their relationship, his mom was a professor in Chicago. She was an artist herself. Yeah. So just imagine as an artistic individual, you give your kids leeway to kind of speak any kind of way. You don't put limitations on there. Right. Yeah. You know, say what you want. Always express yourself. Yeah, she say Kanye. She call him Kanye. She said express yourself. She always pushed that into him. This dude was in Japan as a little kid. Mm-hmm. You know, his parents, they had him worldly. It was no limitations on this guy. So just think about how his brain would form as he grew up. You know, you can't tell me shit. You know what I'm saying?
Keisha, who only grew up around on the corner.
Exactly. He thinks everybody thinks smaller than him. And I understand that way of thinking. Like, bruh, I'm trying to free y'all niggas. You know what I'm saying? From the jail mind state y'all in. And I understand most of the shit he says. His delivery might not be for everybody, but it don't matter how you get the medicine as long as you cure it. Right. Let's go ahead and flip it on to Taste Tea. Come have a taste with tea. What you got for us this week?
All right, y'all know I always be trying to come with these questions, man.
Hell yeah.
Right. So, okay, today my question is, are we splitting shit 50-50 in 2023? Like the way the economy is set up, you know, the way what we make, how we do it, I feel, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. How it's set up, not back in the day, but in our mindset today in 2023, is we, you know, 50-50, or is we like, you know, the man is doing it, or the woman, because sometimes it's a lot in the woman, or, you know, whichever your role is, but I want y'all to answer first.
Well, I mean, I'm old school, so in my house particular, I take care of everything. I was raised like that. Like, just the man provides for everything. Not even like, oh, no, woman shouldn't always be in the kitchen. I don't know, shit like that.
So do you feel like the woman should do everything because you... Okay.
I still come home like, I ain't going to say I do everything, but I still, you know what I'm saying, come home and help, because that's still, to me, a job in itself. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, like, finance-wise, stuff like that, I do take care of everything.
Okay, so one more question. So do you feel like, because you take care of everything, like, if you ask something of your partner, they should do it?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
It depends. I'm not going to lie and be like, no, because I don't feel that way wholeheartedly. But it depends on the situation. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you asking for an outrageous request, like, oh, I pay everything in here, I want a threesome. You wild.
No, I'm just, you know I'm not even to that extent. But just, like, you know okay,
it's a scenario. But like, if I'm
like, if you hungry in the middle of the night, the words out my you know mouth. What I'm saying? Would you expect like, is that?
I don't want no full course meal, but hell, you want me to go up a hot pocket or something?
She have to?
Not. I wouldn't say have to, but I would like for you to. You know what I'm saying?
But she was like, I don't want to do it.
I mean, at the end of the day, you're still human. I'm not a fucking asshole.
No, I'm just asking.
Yeah, but I mean, I ain't gonna lie, 50-50, I'd be a little mad, but I mean, she's not my slave either. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So it's just like,
so that. If whatever gender role you're taking on, you say you're taking on a financial burden. Mm-hmm. What does she take on?
Right.
What would
What's
you
her
say
role?
That's
what I'm saying. Everything else?
Yeah, like the house. Like I don't. Not saying I don't know my kids, like something like that, but she take care of like the doctor visits and the school stuff, like setting up meetings and all the stuff like that. Like I take care of the structure and how that mug stands. She take care of the inner workings type shit. You know
okay.
Okay, I feel that. But what do you think that she should do? That's what you think.
Yeah, that's my question. You think that's her job?
That's
like
her
she
job.
should, like if you want a sandwich in the middle of the night, you feel like she should make you a sandwich because.
As far as like house stuff, laundry and stuff like that, absolutely. Yes, I feel like you should wash your clothes, change, you know what I'm saying, change the sheets, do stuff like that. Like, but
that's your job.
Stuff like
personal stuff like that.
Yeah, like I would, you know what I'm saying. Of course, I would like you to, but I can't. At the end of the day, it's still something. If that's personal to you, you cannot get mad if somebody says no. Like, we're not kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, of course, I'd be like, dang, bro, you really made a sandwich, but you know what I'm saying. But it ain't feel like, don't talk to me for the rest of the day. That's crazy. Like,
okay, so roles reversed. Would you make her a sandwich in the middle of the night if she was hungry?
I have.
Okay.
And I've also said no as well. I ain't gonna be you know what I'm saying? Like, if you catch me on a good night, I got you.
Okay.
Other nights, I'm gonna roll over you dumb ass.
Okay.
I don't even remember what you said last night. Like,
right. Okay, I feel you. How you feel? How you feel, Diamond?
Let's see. I grew up in a more traditional sense. Like my dad took care of a lot of stuff. I know my mom's never paid rent in her life. She's never she never paid anything for a car in her life. You know, so I grew up seeing that. Okay. But in this day and age, I don't believe that one person should do everything. So I kind of am like a 50-50. I would say more 60-40 because I do believe in like the man maybe paying the rent and then I pay everything else, like the utilities and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like
the man paid the heavy.
Yeah,
right.
And
take on the big shit.
Yeah. And the man pays like the rent and maybe like the car note or whatever the two biggest bills are.
Right.
And then I'll handle like the
grocery
electric,
shit,
the
like
water,
that.
stuff like that. Right. Plus take care of the
ones.
kids in the home, stuff like that, with the help from him. Of course. But that's just how I feel about it. I don't know.
Okay, how you feel, Cashew?
I like traditional. When it comes to any type of conversation like this, I love the way traditional. I understand traditional. You be like, people live this. This is how they came up with this shit. But whatever the economy and whatever might. Shit, you might go half and half. I can't knock people.
That's what I'm saying, because it is different.
On the half
you know
and
what I'm
half
saying?
things, or however people live their life, and whatever works for them. Are you only speaking specifically on finances, or just the whole?
I actually like on the whole. You know what I'm saying? Because that is what that falls under. You know what I'm saying? Like,
if you're actively involved as a parent, like if y'all both live, y'all gonna do shit. If the baby needs some, or the kids, or whoever needs something, you just don't do it, then. Come on, man.
Because I know it's men like that.
It's men like that.
It's like literally, I always go to work and
you handle everything else. Like that means you don't have a connection with your children or your family.
For sure.
So if you're really connected, 50-50 ain't even really 50-50. It's more like, yo, we're both for the crib.
Yeah.
If you're not doing something, it might fall and I'll pick it up.
Yeah.
And vice versa. So I do believe in both ways. I see it both ways.
Yeah.
I'm not just trying to ride the fence, but whoever you're asking, it could be a different answer. Yeah. Like, I don't want to obligate people to anything, because if you obligate people to stuff, soon as something happens or goes wrong and they can't do it, does that change the entire relationship? Yeah. Like, what if at one point you just can't pay any of the bills and they were all on you? Does the relationship end there?
No.
One day somebody gets sick.
No, that happened to me before. Like, that's a true story. So when I got out, I had, a child support, whatever. It was really, really high. So at the time, I used to work at this hotel, and this is a true story. My first paycheck after 2 weeks after child support was literally $12.
Yeah.
Wow.
I put that on my life, y'all. It was $12.
Wow.
I remember I called my wife. Like, y'all ain't never called on the phone to a woman in my life. Like, I was hurt.
Yeah.
But no, like. So at that point, it was really pointless for me to go to work. So I stayed home and did what I had to do with the kids, and she went to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you, like you said, if you fuck with somebody, you fuck with somebody. Like, do I prefer, like you said, to be traditional like that? But I mean, shit do happen. Like, and you should have a partner to be able to switch. Like, it shouldn't be like,
you could only. I don't know what you gonna do. I'm about to go.
I don't know what you gonna do.
Yeah, because that happens a lot too. Yeah.
Like my dinner ain't on the table. When I get home, I'm gonna be pissed. Like,
and it is certain things about that are great. Like coming home and his dinner ready, or having a lunch pack. Those little things, man, they have so much value.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like paying the bills would too. Like, I like that he pays this. I like that he carries the weight in this way. But it's on both sides. I like to see it from both. As far as like gender roles and stuff, it's all about the delivery of it, man. If y'all have an understanding, this shit just happens. But if you just like, yo, I went to work all day, how come this ain't done?
Yeah.
Or, you know what I'm saying? That shit is weird, because now it's like getting to levels of narcissism, and you feeling like you're in command of a person. At the end of the day, are y'all equal or not?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We equally yoked, then we both gonna handle everything, because I know you tired sometime, I know I'm tired sometime, I know, like, just the understanding. It has to be that understanding.
What about you, Tasty?
Yeah.
Okay, so I would never like go like half. I wouldn't do that. Like my husband, I feel like if I was to get married, he would be in the position where he would be able to, he would already have a home, or you know what I'm saying? Like at this age, you should already have your own home. You should already, you know what I'm saying? So, and then I would be probably moving into you, or we get something together or whatever. So, and I don't know. I enjoy being a homemaker. But doing things, not that I wouldn't work, you know what I'm saying? Because I always, I can't sit at home and not do nothing all day. So even like with the podcast, and this shit gonna take the fuck off. So even that's still working, even if we only come to work one day a week. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So but my ideal situation is like I wouldn't work, or had like a part-time job or something. Right. And not even like a job, like I would just do something. I would have like a gig, like, you know what I'm saying,
like,
right? And then I would take care of the family, and then he took care of like the bills. But I wouldn't mind helping. Again, like I said, I'm not a stranger to hard work. So I go to work every day. I've been working since I was 14. I'm finna be, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that, you know what I'm saying? So I don't have a problem with working, but in my ideal, and I feel like that just goes into like, I feel like the head and the bodies, and I just been going down the rabbit hole with a lot of other shit, but I just, that's what I want. You know what I'm saying? For him to be able to take care of everything, and I take care of that. But I enjoy those things. I enjoy serving. It makes me feel good when I cook. And they be like, oh, it's good. Like, you know, or people be like, oh, like, when me and my baby daddy was together, I made his plate every day. Like, but I enjoy that. You know, it makes me feel good. I enjoy, you know, having your clothes ready.
Did you get mad when he didn't eat it right when you made it?
Yes, because it's like, why you letting it cool off? You want to taste it?
Women get frustrated with that shit.
You know, it's just
you ain't gonna eat. You ain't gonna eat.
So you're not hungry.
Don't let you sit to the side like, hold on. I want you to put in your mouth.
At least taste it.
Have you ever stand over him until you take the first bite?
Yes.
Like you lurking in the shadows, like
just acting like you looking for
asking stupid questions. Right, you need something else. Right.
I was working today.
There's a napkin over here.
Like, you're not gonna eat. I was just
fellas, take a bite in the first couple seconds after you get that plate.
Just because, you know what I'm saying? Like, I put my love into this. Like, I want you to, you know, and so.
And you can taste it if it's there. If it ain't no love there, bitch,
what the fuck? Don't slap this shit on my plate. That's so disrespectful to me. Anyways, you know. But I was just asking, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been seeing a lot of, like, you know, just people be expecting like gender roles, but then on the women's side, but you don't even know how to cook. You want a nigga to, you know what I'm saying, pay all the bills, but you don't know how to cook. You don't know how to wash clothes. You don't know how to. You don't nobody be a homemaker, but you want to be a stay-at-home mom. And then on the other flip hand, you want to be the head of the household, and you want to be the king, but I still have to do everything.
I think when we have this type of conversation as a whole, motherfuckers need to get into the connection first. How can you have this entire conversation about what you want and what you need somebody to do and never get into the connection that you have with this person? Tell me how you're going to nurture the connection to make them feel comfortable with relaxing in their feminine or masculine energy. You know what I'm saying? Like I need you to do this, I need you to do that. But what are you doing in turn? And I'm not just talking about as a man, if you're going to cook and clean, I need to go work. What am I doing to make sure outside of work that our bond is strong enough to where you feel happy to do this shit?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Just
like,
your job.
Just do this because I'm doing this. Like that's where
we a team. Exactly. And, you know, because you're doing this is my part.
Play your role.
This is my part. Yeah,
Play
absolutely.
your role. And I think that part of the conversation needs to get more in depth.
And people don't know because they be checking up because it be situationship. And it's really, that's why I was like, based on what's going on. And it's like, you just living together really because it's cheaper and you can go half on the rent. And
you're settling.
For sure.
You don't give a fuck about.
And that is the most honest that a motherfucker will be about that shit. That's the most honest, like real talk. Like y'all want gender roles. I'm not saying anybody. I'm just saying now y'all talk about gender roles, but nobody is living that type of life anymore.
For real.
Nobody. Like most people are just fucking and hooking up. That's why this is a conversation now instead of a lifestyle. Like people always talking about this shit. You hear people talk about it all the time, but if you was living it, you wouldn't even have to have these conversations. When you get with somebody and you be with them long enough, you realize that role shit start going out the door, and it's more like you pick up when I'm down and vice versa. Shit. Like it's cool in the beginning to talk about it, but after a while, you be like, I see that she's sick today. Let me go ahead and handle the kids today. I see that she's tired. I see that he's this and that, and you start picking up the slack.
I feel both ways though, because I feel like it's not but. In a sense, because it's like when they go back to regular nigga, these are your roles.
When it's only needed, not like you keep getting fired, so I gotta go to work.
You know what I'm saying? That's not, you know.
Let me give you an example. If it's clothes in the fucking dryer, are you just gonna leave them in there and just start wearing the stuff out the dryer because she ain't folded them? You know what I'm saying? Eventually, you're gonna just start doing stuff because it's at the end of the day, it's your house. You be like, how am I contributing to this shit staying up?
But I don't feel that way.
So you gonna wear that? So but if you don't put that baby crib together, you gonna go in there and do it?
I don't be liking when my man does the laundry. Like if I'm doing it, don't do it. I got it.
Right. Or down I don't even feel that way, but I just feel like if you going to work, then It is my job to have it out the dryer. You feel like that?
You sick.
You know, right? Or you feel well.
Let
So
me
it's like,
do
so
this.
that's why I say gender. It is roles in a sense.
And some days,
like,
my point is, someday you're going to be tired.
Yeah,
Something might be going on with you. I had to go do some other shit, and that's what I'm saying.
Right, but like on a regular, especially if you going to work in your pay, yes, bitch, it's your job to make sure he have something to eat. Yes, it is your job. If he hungry, you pack to make have him.
Now if she got the flu and you like, bro, where my plate at? That's crazy.
Yes, everything is situational, but I do believe yes, bitch, that's your job, and you need to, but not like lacking. But why unless she is sick or can't do it, it should never be.
Not be.
And I hate to say it like that, but what else are you doing if you're not doing the laundry or what? You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
I
don't know. And most niggas do it just because she always on top of it. So
right, so it's not a problem to pick up that slack,
and you're not doing it out of.
If you get more frequent, you like,
bitch, what are you doing if you're not doing it?
Don't take your week to wash clothes,
and I'm going to work a dirty place or coming home, the stuff not done and stuff like that. Like, why is it not clean?
Yeah, you doing some shit out of resentment.
You know what my biggest pet peeve is being in the same clothes.
Bitch, take a bath.
Shit. Oh,
like you leave and come home, you in the same spot.
And you in motherfucking pajamas. I'm gonna flip this bitch upside.
That's not it. I don't
like it. Stop playing with me, bro.
Yeah,
you better take a shower. I don't even care if you put regular clothes on, like, bro.
You don't gotta be dressed up, but don't be looking like my mommy taught us that though. Like, you know, I don't give a fuck when you leave the house. You have to get up and get dressed.
Put some clothes on
for sure.
For the day.
I remember my dad used to tell me growing up, no, we don't lay in the bed in this house after 10 o'clock.
Yeah, get the fuck up for sure. No, and make up that bed.
At my mom's house, I'll be laid out till 12 sometimes.
Yeah, Felicia, she ain't going. She not going. Right.
And not even sleep, just watching TV.
No,
just chilling.
But you finna be up.
Yeah. And it's, you don't even look at it that way until you get older. You be like, damn, that shit is
right.
crazy.
I'll be like, big boy, get your ass up, laying down, big chilling.
My kids are
right. Okay, one more question because I feel like okay. What's the craziest thing y'all done did for the D or the P? We girls, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta switch it up. You know, like, okay, I do that. So I'm gonna give you an example. I done rode 2 buses and walked hella far.
For some D.
Girl.
Not some D, but some P at the time because I was, you know, I just started dabbling with the guy. Yeah, but
not 2 buses.
The craziest thing. Yeah, somebody skip it.
Okay, so the craziest, mine was walking, but it ended up being crazy because
it's always a travel.
Ironically, it was my wife I'm with now. So what happened was I was over her house. They left. She was like, "Bro, I gotta go." So I'm now, mind you, her grandmother, grandfather still at home. I'm in her room by myself, like, fuck, when I'm gonna leave. She was like, "When I leave, you're just gonna have to hit the window and just." Man, so I'm sitting there, y'all. I heard the fucking door jiggling. I guess her grandmother heard me. I hit that window so fast and just took off, bro. I took the fuck off. She was like, I think my grandma saw you, but she don't know if you came out the house now. She just said she saw a black dude running through the lawn. I was like, okay.
Because she would have called the police.
Man, what? I was like, bro, you cannot leave me in here. She was like, nigga, what do you want me to do? I gotta go.
This is the confirmation for grandma.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. What about you, Davis? What's the craziest thing you done did for the D?
Okay, y'all. You know them army movies? They got the rope, kind of like the little.
It
was like a bed sheet.
Okay.
I actually shimmied up a bed sheet to get into his room.
Oh, you were pumped on some shit.
Right.
Strong ass.
I did work out for the D.
He was on the second. I had to sneak in his room, and that was the only way. His parents.
Yeah, strong ass upper body
was downstairs, and he had like the bricks, but the bricks like had that little crease in it, so I was able to put my foot there and actually like kind of go up, like kind of like a fucking grappling hook and shit.
You a Beastmaster now? Like,
crazy.
Going through obstacle courses.
He popped the screen off. He was like, "Come on!" And he had like tied the sheets and stuff. And I'm climbing up the sheets. But
I'll be like, this shit really. I'll be more scared this shit gonna fall. Like,
I was terrified, but I made it.
Hey, it be like that sometimes. What about you, Cashew?
Man, look, y'all done went around. I'm trying to think of some crazy shit. Woo. I'm gonna also go with travel, man. Like I done traveled some miles for some damn box, but it was
like walking or like
driving.
Okay,
definitely driving. Man, I done took some buses before too, back in my younger years. But traveling is definitely 3 hours.
Damn.
Yeah.
But look,
did you hit it when you got there?
I hit it immediately. I told her, yo, as soon as I get through the door, lips ready type shit. No, but real talk, I'm the speeding and running red lights and shit, just racing through traffic for her because it was like you was that excited about it, man. But in turn, she told me that she used to do the same shit.
Yeah.
She's like, you ain't never think it was funny how fast I used to be getting to your house? Yeah.
Nigga speaking willing to go to jail for the D.
Exactly.
Okay. I'm breaking the law.
Right.
Was that a stop sign back there?
It don't even matter. I did a rolling stop. Don't worry about it. I paused. That's how it beat over. I didn't have nothing nigga drop you off in your car and be late to pick you up.
You let a lot of shit slide when somebody is satisfying you.
In that way, they could be dumb and not even. But it's like
And you know what? You don't feel embarrassed about it. You don't feel nothing wrong with it while you doing. You like
I love him, so it doesn't even matter.
It's whatever.
Right.
This is really just an inconvenience, right?
I mean,
that's exactly what it is.
You want my car? You want my back?
Right. His neighbors looking at me shimmy up a fucking bed sheet roll. They're looking outside the window. What the fuck is this bitch doing?
Hey, you know you'll be on IG going viral nowadays.
So that means you had to shimmy back down too?
No. His parents left in the morning for work and I walked out the door, but they was home though.
This nigga G.I. Jane over there.
Sneaking in somebody's crib and out of somebody's crib.
I told y'all, remember we talked about that one time? I never did that before. That wasn't a part of my teenager. I've never snuck in.
That was life at one point.
Nobody, first of all.
That was life. Man, I done so much sneaking, man. I felt that was a fucking cat burger out there. Like real shit.
Scaling walls and shit.
Oh my God. You ever got hurt?
Yeah.
Oh,
I've definitely then landed the wrong way and fucked some shit up. Like, nigga be limping for the next 2 days. Damn.
I can't.
When that adrenaline pumping though, you don't feel shit though.
I
swear. You'll get halfway down the block. Nigga be like, what the fuck did I hit myself?
Right. Did I just break my leg? All right, let's come have a taste with tea, y'all.
I always love that topic, man. Those conversations. Hit kid, FNF, fuck nigga free. Hold on, hit it one time.
What did you? I ain't got a word.
Bitch is me.
I ain't got, you know what? I like her deep voice, though.
I like it too.
I like it.
It shows presence. It's presence on the mic.
That's that Memphis
shit. Even though she don't know what a fox is. But
she don't know what a fox is.
No, she's stupid for real.
Yeah.
And she told y'all, you can't get mad at me because I'm slow. I'm the slow one. She was dead ass serious.
Oh, she said that?
Yeah, on that interview. She definitely was like, you can't be mad at me because I'm slow.
That should show you that anybody can make millions.
That's why she said, she don't give a fuck about no credit score.
Because I'm gonna be rich as fuck tomorrow.
And she is. And these dollars. Let's get into it.
I hope that money stay coming.
But they say, hey, she ain't make no dollars off that effing
Glorilla, man. Hit Kid.
Hit Kid said that's my shit.
He the producer, right?
Yep, the producer of FNF, Fuck Nigga Free. Ain't this the usual though, y'all? When somebody make a hit out of nowhere and the producer come back
be famous and leave me?
No, that's not what
I hear that happen
though.
a lot.
But I don't know. Clearly, I don't know.
Break it down.
Okay, so basically they sue. What's the name of the regular CMG? They're suing the guy. Let me pull this out. Okay, Hit Kid. They saying that he own it, but he don't own it. When the song first came out, he split it and he gave
between two different people. Yeah.
No, between him and Glorilla. So he gave her automatically off the back 50% of the masters and 50% of the publishing. So now she's signed to the record label CMG, but they suing him because they want to put the song on her EP. Yeah. But they can't do that because it doesn't matter what she signed. The other guy still owns 50% of the song. It doesn't matter. Yeah. So, but the fucked up thing about it is because he is now that they going through lawsuit, everything is froze. So now she can make money off performing and shit like that. But the guy Hit Kid, nobody's making any money off the song because while it's going through the lawsuit, they say, and they fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's fucked up. I feel like she done got that money, you know what I'm saying? She got the what do they call it when they get the advance? They gave her an advance, and so any money that she making is just going straight to the record label. So he was getting his money, but she's not getting no money off the song.
So she's not getting paid. He is.
Yeah, he's still getting. Okay. Well, it's like because she is signed to the label, so it's like they made the song together. She signed the label, and everything that she making, they gave her like however much money, and so everything that she getting off the song, it just go to them because they gave her an advance.
Was she signed to Hit Kid?
No, they just made the song together.
Yeah.
And she's trying to make it seem like you mad because I didn't sign to you and now I'm hot, like I'm a rapper and I got all these bars and I'm a fan. I'm not saying, what I'm saying? I just feel like bitch,
that nigga
you already got 50.
He mad about that song and that money.
That money, you know what I'm saying? And it's you can't be mad because you sold off your 50% to this record label and now you y'all give me the whole thing and nigga, no, it doesn't work that way.
And what she's realizing is once you involve a label, see, You think signing that deal is what you really want.
And that's what he was saying. He was like,
I
gave you.
I'm getting paid and you're not.
He was like, I gave you 50, and he was like, you could have kept this an independent song and not even added that to your EP. Even if you a rapper, you know what I'm saying? They didn't, but that's the problem. See, what's the guy, Yo Gotti?
Yeah.
They strong arming that nigga, and they like, we want the whole song, we want all the money, and he ain't going. He not going.
And and that money has to be divvied out to you after the label gets
Everybody
involved.
gets
The label get paid first, and Glorilla's realizing,
everybody gets paid
damn, everybody's getting millions and I'm getting pennies right
now.
Exactly.
Because she took that advance.
Yeah, when you really, exactly.
And that's what it was.
He
That's
told
what
her,
he was like, don't sign it.
He was like, he said, when labels started calling you, you should have called me. He's like, because I told you the song didn't belong to you and you did it anyway. And then now you're trying to, he's like, bro, I'm not going for it.
I'm not, you know what I'm saying?
A lot of times we come from situations of poverty. And when you see any type of opportunity there, you jump towards it without thinking about your future.
Yeah.
You spent your whole life trying to get to this point. I don't know how long she's been rapping, but you spend your life trying to see success. You know, you want success. We're gonna say success, and you see it there, and you jump for it. And then you just quick to put your name on some shit and realize 6 months to a year later that the money is slowed up.
Yes, it is.
But that's the thing. She don't even. She like, I don't give a fuck. I'm popping. She don't. You know what I'm saying? I feel like she feel like I feel like she done got big headed and she like, nigga, you mad? But no, bitch. Really, you're getting fucked.
That's your hottest song
because you know what I'm saying.
That's her claim to fame.
You know what I'm saying? And
they said that song Cardi B was pretty good.
Oh, Tomorrow too? Yeah. That's my motherfucking jam.
Hope you getting paid off that shit.
Man.
Well, I think so. That's her shit.
Because
she was signed.
But even with that song, she wrote.
She said she wrote all the lyrics.
Yeah, she wrote it. He just produced it. So
you know, that was
like both of ours. We're gonna keep that in my house.
Oh God!
If you know about split sheets and shit in the record business, man, the producer usually gets 50% of the song just because they created it. So they break it up. The artist gets 25%.
But you signed your half.
You signed your half over,
and
now you on your biggest hit.
Yeah,
that's kind of wild. And you know, we don't know how this shit went, but I guarantee you, Cardi B got the bigger chunk of that other song.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
Cardi B people is on it. Okay,
and she has to recoup from
that shit came out of her advance.
Having her on, exactly. So she might not be seeing any bread besides shows right now.
Because I'm pretty sure Cardi charged no less than $250 for that verse.
And that shit gonna piss you off, and you gonna get on social media and talk about it.
Well, of course.
When them numbers come out.
Exactly.
God knew what he was doing.
We just gotta get more intelligent with what we're signing and knowing the ins and outs of these deals, man. Just being famous and heard ain't enough no more.
Yeah.
It's just kind of funny. We done seen this for the last 20, 30, not even 30, 50 years in the music business since the Temptations and before that. Motherfuckers signing these deals,
TLC,
having platinum records,
Yeah.
and not having nothing to show for it. The fame is the record. You have to catch up to the record.
And now they get you even worse because now they give you the chain, they give you the watch. Welcome to the label. You know
They
what I'm saying?
It's a facade.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen, you know what I'm saying?
Here's $1 million.
But you're making $20 million.
What does this paper say? No, don't worry about that paper.
He owns her now.
Yep.
Man.
Don't worry about this paper.
God
we got
ain't
that.
Stupid at all.
And here's a house. Dangling shit. Yeah.
And ain't nothing. What's
It's all
all
distraction.
You got 10 houses, you know?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's sad. But we're gonna see what happens.
Hey, y'all, speaking of shit that kind of like throw you off a little bit, right? Because this is a jarring conversation. Animal population is down 70%.
Yeah.
That's scary as fuck.
How can that be real? How's that possible?
It declined in the last 50 years.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And they're saying like 5,250 species are affected by this. And keep in mind, y'all, if the animals die, we die.
That's
okay?
it. That's
so,
it.
I mean,
So you think you're gonna survive without
now.
them?
Come on,
That's
now.
what people think.
Could be vegetarian.
No. Y'all know if
People aren't doing.
Let me tell y'all this too.
Anything to help.
Exactly. If we lost all the bees, if every bee just left right now, we would die.
We
would
That's
die.
what people don't realize. I be trying
Yep.
to tell them too. It's not just people be so small minded and think about cows,
Yep.
chickens, but it's the insects. It's
Everything
all
plays a
the you know what I'm saying. The plants, the trees, the
Y'all know I love
everything.
the
It's
animal
the
plants and shit. I love
Hey.
that shit.
Yeah. That's
We can get into this, man. Like, y'all know, people been saying animals been acting crazy lately. Shit just been disappearing. Well,
them crab legs,
the
y'all
crabs,
seen that? It was
Yeah.
a billion clusters of crab legs. And did y'all see that the shortage of butter? What they got going on? The shortage of
Right
butter?
around North
Nobody's
Carolina.
having crab
yes,
boys.
I think it's getting ridiculous with the crab boys or something. I don't know. So
got the
somebody
PP
get
loans
it.
and
Somebody break it down.
Because okay, it's It's because we're building on their habitats. We're messing up everything. I think they said freshwater fish are down 85%. The animals in the Amazon, which is like the biggest rainforest in the world, they're down, I think, 95%. And it's just like, this can't happen.
Yeah.
And it's human greed almost to constantly want money, constantly want space. You can't just kill all the greenery and turn it into concrete and expect animals. They don't have anywhere else to go.
Right.
And that's why bears are coming to people's backyards and, you know, people coming up with foxes and all these jungle animals are coming into people's yards because they don't have nowhere to live.
Yeah.
And then people are killing them because of course you see a bear in their backyard, somebody gonna shoot it. Like, you know, like what?
And that's just they getting poached and all that shit.
Yes,
overhunting like a motherfucker. That's another problem.
Yes.
Like y'all really get,
bro.
it's sad.
Human race is disgusting.
Then the meat cost is going up.
Yes.
And then on top of that, I be looking all into that. It's not that many animals, so that's why I really believe that they be putting all that steroids and shit in the meat because if they can sell one chicken and that's really like 3 chickens in one, and that's why our babies is coming out 9 pounds 17 ounces because you know it's steroids. You know what I'm saying? Like all that shit it plays a part into it, and it's crazy that if we don't stop, we destroying the earth in real life. You know,
absolutely.
They said they had like a global leaders meeting in December, so hopefully they actually bring this up.
And I saw a comparison, man. They were saying 70% if compared to humans, that would be all of the people in Asia, the Americas, and a couple other countries if they just were gone. And that's like kind of scary to think about.
That's horrifying.
Like it's
because they ain't got nobody to fight from. You know what I'm saying?
If you get into that deeper, y'all, if it ain't no animals, that means it'll be a meat shortage. If it's a meat shortage, that means you can charge people $10 a pound.
It just trickles
down. You know
what
I'm saying? It's a trickle.
Remember what we went into a couple podcasts ago when we was talking about population? That's why they have to keep building because the population is growing excessively, and then they have to keep up with demand. So they're killing more animals to keep up with demand to feed us.
And it seemed like with all the veganism and fucking animal rights people out here, it seems like
it's a small
more people
percentage
to
a lot of people be lying as well.
Yeah,
but people be saying that shit for
you a backdoor vegetarian,
right?
You a backdoor meat
vegetarian on Tuesdays.
Yeah. So this is nuts, man.
But that's why they're pushing the vegetarian thing more.
Go hug a
They're
tree,
trying to
man.
get people to do it. They're trying to get people.
I would do it. You know, I definitely could solely live on like beans and shit like that. Like,
I have before.
You know what I'm saying? I definitely could live off the land. Like
I was hardcore
like
vegetarian
type shit.
Like I was doing
not necessarily growing. I could do that. You know, I got a green thumb like a motherfucker. Right. But not like, but only eating like veggies, and then for protein, only eating like beans and shit like that. I definitely could eat that way too because I don't know. I could.
That's what I encourage our listeners to do for real. Y'all buy a pack of seeds. It's like 25 cents at Walmart or something like that, and you can just at least start one vegetable. You can grow. Like literally just try it. Just start one vegetable.
I got my strawberry peach tree outside.
Just try it. Like just try one. Just pick one off the rack.
70% is over half,
and you can buy it with EBT. Those who got EBT.
It's not nothing you really. I mean, you got to maintain it, but it's not like, you know what I'm saying.
Little water, little sunlight.
That's it, and just let it go. Just try it. You might find you like.
They say it tastes better when you grow your own, for real.
It sounds like some shit straight out of a horror flick, y'all.
Yeah.
Speaking of horror flicks, can we get into that replay with
TK? You already know.
Spoiler alert.
Right. So it is Halloween. Well, not Halloween today, but y'all know. You know what I'm saying. Month of October. So. The movie I watched was that, did y'all see that new Marlon Wayne movie? Well, it's not really his movie, but he plays a star role in it. It's called The Curse of Bridge Hollow.
I didn't.
We attempted to watch it.
It was all right. Kelly Rowland was in it. She was his wife or whatever.
My favorite Destiny's Child member.
She actually come. She got another movie out of the she's into too. But this one, it was pretty good. Like, I think it wasn't his movie, so that's what made it like a little bit better. Like, I think if he had like creative control, it would have went a little bit left. It do got a little cursing, and I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. If people who don't let their kids watching cursing and stuff. But long story short, it's about regular Halloween type stuff. They end up moving from New York to a little country town or whatever, and it was about this damn lantern called Twisted Jack or something like that. And if you light it, he comes to life and make all the freaking Halloween costumes come to life or whatever. So of course it happens in the movie. And then like I said, it was just a normal typical Halloween movie. It was alright though. Like I would give it for the kids like it, so I would say probably like a 6.
It was like a family movie.
It's more of a family movie.
Family for me. I never seen Marlon go that that young before.
He definitely went into a different bag as far, you know what I'm saying? He used to be in like sextuplets and stuff like that. Now he definitely that's the word. Right?
And always naked or something.
Always naked. He wasn't naked in this movie.
No,
wow.
he kept all his clothes on.
Finally,
he did. Right. Nah, like I said, it was pretty. The kids liked it, so I would give it like a 6. It wasn't too bad.
Okay.
It was alright.
6 out of 10.
Yeah, 6 out of 10. It wasn't too.
It's
alright
alright if you got a little children.
Yeah,
right. It's a nice little Halloween movie to watch.
So we talking about Halloween movies. We didn't talk about Jeffrey Dahmer last week. No, because everybody was watching that. That was a lot of killing and slashing. So, what have you ever heard of a black serial killer?
No.
What about a black axe murderer?
I can't. No, not like a record.
Well, in Chicago.
Oh, okay.
Let's
get into it.
It is now.
In Chicago, 36-year-old Sandra Kalahu was charged with aggravated battery and first-degree murder after she killed, chopped up in pieces, her landlord, who was 69-year-old Francis Walker. She was coming to evict her for just aggression. All the tenants were complaining about her a lot, and they wanted her gone. So the landlord came up there and tried to evict her.
Motherfucker, I said I ain't had his rent money.
She chopped her body up, and the cops found her arms, her head in the freezer, and her torso is still missing.
Right, they can't find that shit.
She apparently used her card to call a tow truck and drove to the beach to throw it away. The tow truck driver, of course, was suspicious, and she threatened him with a knife after the tow truck driver kind of stalled and waited for the police.
No, the police contacted him. They knew they was after her. Like
he stopped.
They found. They was like she had dumped. He saw her dump body into like the green trash can, and they was like the bitch. But the police contacted them and was like, stall this hoe, and then mechanic was like, no, we not finna service you because the police involved. But they really was just trying to stretch that shit the fuck out, and that shit is wild.
And the main incident happened at like 2:30 in the morning because the neighbor below was complaining about hearing screams. She heard screams, heard something like a plate crashing, and then she didn't hear anything else from the landlord. Like she heard the landlord saying, calm down. But that was the last thing that heard from the landlord. And then when the landlord didn't emerge the next day and they didn't see her at all, they got suspicious and called the police. And
she came out that door all day.
Nope.
And I heard some screaming last night.
Yep.
Right. And on top of that, she left a fucked up crime scene because apparently there was blood on the Lysol bottle, blood on the floor, blood on the bathroom.
It was on the knives, on everything.
It was blood in the trash can. She didn't even do a good job cleaning
chop
it
up a nigga and this ain't
no blood everywhere.
And you gonna pull a knife on somebody after you kill somebody like they wasn't gonna call the cops. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're obviously.
She was frantic at that point. She just was trying to get
that was what they say. That was a straw that broke the camel's back, bro.
You trying to put me out?
What?
You know what I'm saying?
But she's got more than one aggression call. Like the cops have been called out there multiple times because of how mean she was.
Like the neighbors already wasn't fucking with her.
That
you know what I'm saying?
Fucked up part. Like why can't you know what I'm saying? Like when motherfuckers don't do nothing, then this type of shit happen. You like, oh,
and you never know you living next to a motherfucker that will cut a motherfucker up.
And you got to think it wasn't like an apartment complex. It was actually
like a big house, like a boarding house. Yeah. So it was like different tenants.
You kind of close to people.
Yeah. This bitch really is crazy.
She was renting out like 5 rooms, so it was like other not random, but all the people lived there. It wasn't just that shit was wild.
Usually people who live in those ain't too.
So she done lost her fucking mind.
Yeah,
because when you really think about it, of course people gonna hear you.
Yeah,
like I thought it was an apartment complex.
No, it's like a boarding house. The lady is and the lady rent rooms out to different people, and she was one of the people who she rented the room out to.
The question is, do y'all think she could plead insanity and get away with it? Because she just snapped.
No, only just because she tried to. I think because she tried to throw the evidence away. No, I think you know what I'm saying. No, I think that maybe if
she just did it,
she would have did it, and then they just caught her. Then maybe you crazy, but no, she actually left. She fled the scene, and then she tried to throw the shit away, and then you know what I'm saying. So
I know this ain't how it works in a court of law, but I feel like the insanity comes. Well, of course, why you chopping somebody up? But the insanity comes when you're trying to figure out what to do with these body parts. Think about that, y'all. Like, really get into it, like
and stuff like that. Okay,
you don't watch.
Look what I'm doing right now. Sometimes you got to stop and realize I'm cleaning blood.
You didn't even leave the body whole. Like you took the time to that shit.
And where's the torso?
Where's anything?
They can't find it.
What did she use to cut this woman up?
Butcher knife, kitchen knives.
So that was work and effort
to
and
get
time.
through bone. You know how hard that is to cut somebody. Come on,
clearly, she being held without bond.
Yeah,
she's not getting out.
Put her ass under that jail by herself for a while.
First-degree murder.
Might have been her cellmate.
First of all, I think I think she's gonna get like the death penalty.
Yeah,
I think so.
you
think so?
Damn,
I think so.
That was
still
gruesome.
do
Like,
Chicago.
Man, what?
And then the lady was like a church playing lady, like she used to give lessons to kids.
Hey, y'all know the crazy
So
thing?
I wonder how she got in an apartment with her.
They all lived in the boarding house.
No, I'm
together.
just saying, like, in her
Oh no, she was
specific-
trying to evict the lady.
Yeah,
she
been
was
trying to
talking,
evict her.
and then they was arguing, and
She closed the door.
You said
She was coming. She was coming to give her the final notice. To get
like
out.
you gotta go, and she
that's
had
crazy.
locked 2 of the other doors in the house, so
changed
she
the locks,
couldn't.
yep.
And so that's when they started arguing, and
wild.
she killed her. And
That
and they think she killed the dog too. They ain't found the dog.
Jeez, man, that is
That's why
nuts.
motherfuckers be showing up with the police.
Hey.
That's what you got to show with the police.
A couple of pods ago, we was talking about Illinois and their purge law. I don't think it's gonna work for you, bitch.
Nah, right? This ain't.
Hell no.
You ain't getting a ticket on this
You
one,
ain't
my
getting
guy.
that.
Right.
Because it is
God.
in Chicago where the purge law is. Yeah,
That's
that shit,
crazy,
man.
yo.
You know? I mean, but they got evidence. They got the blood like in the house as well as in the trash can. Like I said, they found like it was paper. It was like bloody rags and shit at a whole nother spot where you dropped it off where your car was at.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, why would you?
Stupid.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what
So
she
I said you
should've
can't even
did?
get rid of the evidence right.
and then you gonna pull a knife out on somebody.
Bro,
Like, let me draw more attention
was
to
caught
myself.
soon as they heard the screams.
I'm not a
Thank
They
serial.
heard the screams. You're going to
Thank you.
jail.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
And you do it with a
You
house.
ain't even
full of
duct tape
people.
her mouth or nothing. Like
They already don't
knock
like
her out or
you.
nothing.
Hey, look. I'm not a serial killer or anything
Clearly
like
she
that.
wasn't.
But
She ain't either.
Exactly.
when you
Shame
say,
on-
I need you to come somewhere with me, I have your money here. And just try to lead her away.
That shit like some movie shit. Like,
Yeah.
nah,
Where we
but
going?
when
Just
y'all
come over here.
I got it with you.
Get in the car. That's
If y'all was Francis Walker, the landlord, right?
Yeah.
And y'all had multiple calls about this lady, you know she's aggressive, you know she's mean. Would y'all deliver that to her like that, or would you get a cop to help
boys.
you?
I thought eviction notices and shit like that, after a certain amount of warnings, the cops do come.
well,
No. What I'm saying is, like, to deliver that message, would you bring somebody?
like you could
with
just put it on the door, like the
knowing,
eviction.
like, would you knock on the door and confront
I'ma
her
slide
about
that
that,
hole in that motherfucker
knowing that
run.
she's aggressive? Like, would y'all do that?
I
would you
think
just
that
go by
would-
yourself?
Well, you do stuff like that
You
when people are aggressive. You never expect them to chop
kill
you
you.
up.
Well, of course not.
Like,
But
you
I
think
don't know.
about somebody you know that's going to
And
give
then
you
she's
issues.
69.
I feel like I would have left it on the door.
She
I
at the
think
end
at
of
her
think
age
I don't
range, I
know.
think she should have, just because you're an older lady. You know what I'm saying? If
older
she was like
white
somebody
woman.
like us, where you can kind of take this whole, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like,
I ain't gonna lie. If I hadn't seen this article, I would have never guessed that was a black woman, man.
Yeah, man. It's
Like,
it's because that shit
she's
don't really
not
happen
getting
like
out
that.
of there,
bro.
man.
Oh no, she ain't going
She
nowhere.
got big charges.
Big charge.
Oh, God.
Super big.
Yeah.
And she, you know she got the battery one after she pulled that knife on old boy.
Oh,
So
right,
it's
they
like
added
she
it
was-
to
yeah,
it,
They
yeah.
added the battery. I'm
And
like,
that's
Now
a
you're
fact.
never
Right.
getting out of prison.
oh, at all.
So yeah, enjoy the rest of your life.
Man, and R.I.P. to that lady. Shot man, her
For
family.
real,
I'm so
her
sorry.
family,
You know,
man.
like I said,
That's
she was
a
a good
terrible way to
community.
go
She was a
out.
God fearing woman. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, she helped the community. She gave like lessons in like I think they said like dance and all some other shit. Like she was a real.
up.
You know what I'm saying?
There's
Like she
always the
was.
good ones.
You know,
Yeah.
it was unfortunate that had to happen that way. You know.
Man, that's
Diamonds.
terrible. Okay, I'm a
Right, positivity.
Come on, can we get a little bit of positivity in there?
Positivity. Diamonds in the
Diamonds in the rough segment.
Yes. Okay, today's diamond in the rough is 15-year-old Mikey Wren. He is the youngest vending machine operator out there in Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay.
And at the age of 8, he was at a summer camp and he asked his mom for a snack from the vending machine. His mom was like, you know, somebody else is making money off of this, like, and basically told him that it's their business. This is their business. So Mikey said, I want a vending machine. His mom and dad initially said no, but they said, if you come up with a business plan, literally come up with a business plan, then we might buy you one for Christmas and invest in one. So he came up with a business plan, and they invested in a vending machine for him, and that took off from there. Now he has 12 and owns them,
Fire.
and they're called Mikey's Munchies. They're out of St. Louis, Missouri,
Hey.
and he also became an Amazon bestseller with 2 books called Mikey Learns About Business
That's fire.
and Biz is a Whiz. And he also has a class called I Am an Entrepreneur with him and his mom that helps teach kids about making money, basically, and the art of business. And I really admire this because it's like the parents wasn't just saying, okay, this is not just a snack out of the vending machine, literally.
Right,
like this is
right.
actually someone's hustle.
Yeah.
You know, and you
Facts,
can
yeah.
actually do it too.
That's real
And
shit.
I do like the way they went about that and
Yeah,
taught
yeah.
them like, okay,
Right,
well,
right.
you
We gotta
getting
get
this
our
little
kids in
snack.
shape, y'all.
Bro,
Why
hold
are
on,
our kids not
I was
asking for
literally
vending
just thinking
machines?
about. Hold on, you said 8 years old.
Yeah.
Writing
At 8
out a
years
business
old,
plan.
at eight-
Yeah, come
they
on,
made him
man.
get a business plan and said, if you really want this vending machine, because he was real
Can you give
persistent
me
at
some
asking for
money?
one.
Most-
At
He
8?
kept saying, yo, I want a vending machine. I
Yeah.
want one. And they
That's
said
wild.
they kept saying no to him. But then they said, if you come up with a business plan, then we'll help you. Like,
I just like his wants because most kids want an Xbox or
right,
to go to Chuck E. Cheese or some shit.
I'm gonna end this with a quote by Mikey himself. He said, "I like making money in my sleep, and making money while I sleep is the motivation for me to keep doing this, and being able to teach kids to do the same is why I keep going."
Hey, that's
shout out to Mikey,
shit.
man. I'm gonna Google his snacks and
Mikey's Munchies out of St. Louis, Missouri.
Hell yeah, he got that from Warren Buffett. You don't make money in your sleep. You work till you die.
Yeah.
You got to, for real.
Man.
That's fire. Shout out to Mikey. You know what I'm saying?
For
Shout out to the parents who really be
That's
helping
what
these
I'm
kids
saying.
for real, like
and investing in your children.
That was good.
Just making them think differently.
Hell yeah, speaking life into them.
Hell yeah. Hey man, that's another good episode.
Yay.
Episode 11.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, consistency is key. Thank y'all for listening. Thank you for
Support,
every subscriber.
Subscribe, all that, y'all.
And we're gonna keep it coming every week.
Yes.
And my name is Cashews.
It's your boy TK.
Girl Diamond.
And it's your girl Taste Tea.
And we are
Hip Hop Millennials Podcast.
Thank y'all for listening. See y'all next week.
Let's grab that beat.